Here's some facts for you. More than 310,000 students are enrolled in the Clark County School District this school year, and the district has approximately 360 schools. On the first day of class, Superintendent Dr. Jara toured the district. One of the schools he visited was Shadow Ridge High School. Dr. Jara, State Superintendent Joan Ebert, and Trustee Katie Williams spoke with students at Shadow Ridge High School about everything from being back in the classroom to extracurricular activities to testing and COVID concerns. The superintendent invited a few students to the Vegas PBS studios so the conversation could continue.
Well, it's good to see you guys again, and I'd love to just hear a little bit more about some of the things that you're thinking about and really looking forward to this school year as you come back, and you guys are all seniors, ready to graduate, ready to leave us. So, but before we get started, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves? Just give me a little bit about you and who you are. We'll start with Isabella.
Well, I'm Isabella Padilla, and I'm in student council. I'm the publicist on eBoard, and I'm in theater. And I really enjoy all my extracurriculars activities.
So you go to school for extracurricular, and then we just kind of learn math and
Well,
stuff.
I do like the learning portion.
Okay, good. Just want to go. So Hailey, tell me a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, so I'm HAILEY MORROW. I'm also a senior at Shadow Ridge High School, and I'm the student body first vice president. So I'm in charge of like spirit, school spirit, all things like that. And I love to play sports. I play softball, and I love coming to school.
Excellent. Jacob?
I'm Jacob Lucero. I'm also a senior at Shadow Ridge. I'm in student council. I'm a representative of the senior body. I love playing baseball, and currently I love psychology, favorite class.
Excellent. Well, good. And Ruby, tell me a little bit about who you are.
I'm Ruby Cervantes. I'm also a senior, and I'm highly active in theater, and I'm the theater president, so I overcast everything to do with theater. And I'm also participating in Stuco and helping them out with their activities.
Excellent. So very accomplished, very involved in school, but obviously successful, and looking forward to just continuing, just graduating. So as you think about coming back, we've been in school a week. What are you most looking forward to this academic school year? And you can take it away. Each one of you can answer the question, but we can start here with you, Isabella. What are you looking forward to this school year?
I think what I'm really looking forward this year is just seeing all the teachers. I feel like my education was really affected last year, not having that one-on-one face with the teacher and just being back. I've learned so much more and retained so much in my math class. I've always struggled in math, and having that teacher there has been like so helpful.
Excellent. Just in 1 week. That's so good to hear. I'm sure they'll be proud of you, and I'm sure they're excited to have you back. So Hailey, tell me a little bit about what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, so we just finished our first week of school, and I can feel how strong and excited the environment has been at school. I can feel how excited everyone is to be back and to be in person and see everyone and learn together with the teachers.
Good. Jacob?
I have to agree with Izzy. I'm just so excited to be back in school. I can remember pretty much everything I learned from this morning. I can barely do that when I was online.
Yeah.
And I just feel so much more motivated to get out of bed every day and come to school.
Excellent. Ruby?
I agree with all of them, just as well as like actually doing something again and keeping busy and doing all of the clubs and activities as well as learning itself. It just really it puts more joy back in.
Yeah. As far as extracurricular activities, I know you got athletes, you got sports, you have, theater, everything else. So it's really comprehensive in what you're looking at here in front of me. But tell me, your style of learning, obviously with distance education was a little bit struggle, and I get it. It was tough. I mean, it's tough for me. But tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are around the best way you learn, and then also what are the activities that you're looking forward to as we send you off on your way into the real world, if you will?
I learn the best hands-on, activity-based. I love to do, for example, labs in science. Our teacher already has us buying latex gloves to dissect frogs in anatomy later on this year. And as far as what I'm looking forward to, it's just all about being there and having connection with all the students and teachers.
Isabella?
So as much as I am a visual learner, I'm really excited that we brought technology into our learning. I feel like having that teacher there at the front of classroom, but also writing down notes on our laptops because we are moving more into technology.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer having both. because I love the teacher and I also love the computers.
So that's, you guys, that's great because it's, you know, you're that, you know, digital natives. You were born, you know, in an age where you've been on phones and you've been on computers. So this is like what you're saying, Isabella, it's combining of the two. But really, from what I'm hearing, is that all of you are so engaged in that social aspect of being a kid, which is so great to hear. And I'm glad that Shadow Ridge has provided that opportunity, right, as a school. So that's exciting. So tell me, you know, as a superintendent, I want to hear from you. What if you were sitting in my chair? You know, you can have the job anytime you want, especially if you had the opportunity. And by the way, I love my job because this is one of the things that I get up so excited to just hear from you. What is the one thing that if you were in my chair, in my seat as a superintendent, you know, kind of the one, what would you change? What would you improve? What would you continue doing? And we'll start with you, Ruby.
I think with me being very active in like performing arts as theater, and there's also all those other performing arts, but for me theater, I think just getting back into it and being able to put on shows again and just get that rolling, and as well as everything else, but just to be there and actually be able to start doing things again is what I would be more like pushing towards, is to just do more things.
Excellent. Jacob?
I think, well, I spoke to a kindergarten teacher that I'm close friends with, and I really think that we should keep the kids motivated to be their own person and not already have them focused on standardized testing. Like, we need them to just be who they want to be so they can be the best kind of person in our world when they grow up.
Perfect. Haley?
So if I was superintendent,
Yeah.
I would keep school open as long as we can. I think that, and keep activities in person too, because I feel like those in-person activities are what allow kids to find like who they are, find what they're interested in, and prepares them for the next level, like whether that be college or working or things like that. And that's what gives them like the best opportunity to learn.
Excellent. Isabella, wrap us up.
All right. Well, if I was superintendent, I think that I would definitely think about opening up a new school, because we are so overpopulated right now, and it's really hard, especially during COVID. It's just hard to have restrictions, but also have like 40 kids in the same room
Right.
as you. So I think that's one of the big things I really want to look into.
Well, absolutely. Well, you heard it here, right? I mean, from our kids, advice, which is all great. So I look forward to getting an email, getting an invite to your theater performance.
Will do.
So let me know, and baseball and, you know, softball, let me know. I'd love to go see it. So thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having
Thank you,
us. Yeah.